Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Darksiders 2. So the good news is, I fixed the bug. Apparently you need to turn on vertical sync through the options, which isn't on by default. The bad news is, I lost those gauntlets that I had. So we have some things that we can certainly equip, but it's not the same bits of equipment. Well, maybe I didn't lose them. I guess I didn't. But they certainly weren't equipped. So notice I came out of that menu, no problem. We just have to play with vertical sync. I don't like the idea of playing with vertical sync. It doesn't do anything in my rare instance because I'm recording games at like 60 frames per second for footage reasons, whereas if my TV can only do say 58 frames per second, that shouldn't be as much of a consideration. However, so many games build their game engines with around the frame rendering part of their engine that I've seen some Assassin's Creed games break if vertical sync is on, or break if it's off. I've seen kind of both. We're getting the cinematic black bars, which is a lot. Fight an ice giant. Tutorial message, left trigger to try and dodge, see, I've gotten down to half on easy, but I definitely could see if you were playing this on apocalyptic that you might get one shotted, two shotted. 5 hits might be all that you can take. I just turned into like a completely different looking death when I did that kill sequence. A guy in a robe with bone wings. Starting to wonder if I might have made a mistake starting on easy. Towards it, plus A to jump along the walls. It doesn't feel like you get any souls for breaking things. The destructible environment helmet seems like it's been eliminated. Interesting. Death's long hair and his bone mask and his skinniness makes him look like he's some kind of singer or like guitar player in some kind of emo band. It just looks a little bit different. And he doesn't really talk. That's why we're getting these tutorials that aren't voiced, where it would have been... Well, I guess that was the truth of the first game, is that they tied a character directly to death, to war, not death, so that that character could explain things to you and tell you what to do and boss you around and tutorial as a video game player, while still making Death seem like he was fully competent and capable of doing things without the other character. Also, that character kind of acted like Dust except for talked. Now they've come to the realization in the sequel you really don't need somebody to hold your hand. But it would be nice if there was some dialogue here. I don't need tutorial things to be voiced. I just need somebody to to say something. I raised an angel elevator, it seems, as far as I could. So far, this climbing and platforming does slightly feel like it's just taken from the previous game. It feels like we're doing War's game right now, not Death's game. And you can just jump back and forth apparently. And we are dangerously on the outside. So if I was to not make that, for instance, would I just fall to my death, or is there some way you can save me?
Leave this place!
Let's see. Tilt and hold the left stick to beam to aim in the direction and jump. Can I really jump upward? Nope. If you die, it just takes half your health, which seems like a considerable amount for easy. There's some DLC. This is effectively the Definitive Edition is also the Game of the Year edition with all of that. So at some point, I should run into a item. Doesn't hold the left stick at the end of a beam really in any direction and press A to jump. Oh. Now hold left trigger to lean away and jump. So I think the DLC for the most part is just going to give me bits of equipment. I don't know what would happen if that character was able to drop an item and fall off the edge. I guess it would just get put on the ledge, because that's exactly what happened. So while I'm precariously on this ledge, it would have behooved me to throw other people off the edge. So we got out of the ice castle, and now we're just kind of in this ice cavern. Now, the first Darksiders game had probably close to the right variety of areas. It wasn't hurting for anything. Like, I'm not going to ask for an underwater level because underwater levels are always terrible in games. In fact, there might have been some short, brief underwater section in the first game. Yes, there was. You can see a little bit of graphical flicker happening, maybe. There's a little lighting flicker there. So the only thing is that, like, some of the sections later on in Darksiders 1 were a little short. The spider section in particular seemed like it was very linear and just small. Could have had twice as many rooms, twice as many hallways, maybe a secondary puzzle. And the camera certainly is showing its age here. I would not personally need to adjust all of this if it was programmed better. that this is very similar to one of the later Assassin's Creed games where they just give you an opportunity to be able to climb twice as high or twice as fast. I can't jump over that way. Doesn't really look like there's anything over there to collect. Unless it's way up there. And if there was something way up there to collect, I don't know how to get to that. They've got a magical floating thing. There certainly were magical things around the Earth. But they were kind of rare.
Keeper of secrets, I need your help.
So this is a whole new guy.
I helped you once before, Horseman. Look at me now. How I cursed that day. How I curse you.
Careful, Crowfather. I'm not here to put you out of your misery. Not yet.
I know why you've come. Your brother, the one called War.
My gauntlets are
He's been
animating
imprisoned by
during
the
the
Trial
cut
Council
scene.
and
That's
awaits
nice.
their judgment for dooming the Earth, for mankind's extinction. Why should I care about your brother's fate?
Because you know the truth. Your secrets can save him.
The Council will condemn War, strip him of power, let him rot in oblivion, to hide the truth. My secrets cannot prove his innocence, Horseman.
No, but they can help me to erase the crime.
Bring mankind back from extinction. Madness.
If it's madness, then who better to show me the way?
Should a way exist, you will find it here.
The Tree of Life. Let me pass.
Not yet. That which you gave me, you will take it back.
In exchange for its secrets, you agreed to keep the amulet.
No. The voices, they curse and threaten without end. They cry to return. You must destroy it!
I cannot.
You annihilated their flesh. Why do you guard their souls?
Open the portal.
So those are the
You
Nephilim
will not
souls.
pass while I live.
So be it.
So now we're getting some voice acting and hearing death.
Here your brethren are
It's
trapped
been
in
a
eternal
little
torment.
too long.
Do you wish to join them? And what of War?
This is very
Would you
World of
kill your
Warcraft.
brother to save your precious balance?
Now that I
He
think
is
about
innocent.
Are you so certain?
it, he went from wanting to kill you to wanting to die to wanting to kill you. So we're gonna fight War or a facsimile war. We're at half health. Now War, there's no pushover, so I am very possibly going to use my 5 health. Now, the difference here is theoretically, I should be faster and more nimble. We've got some quick time ability. I don't know if I succeeded there. I don't think I did. Like War was kind of the slower character. I'm trying to dodge these. I'm not sure if I'm really succeeding. There, a soul just came out of War. Although this isn't really War. So they have it so that the sequel in the sequel, death is stronger, which I guess means in the third game, Fury will be stronger than death.
Open up the portal. Your secrets die with you, old fool.
My secrets, but not yours.
So the Nephilim souls are going inside of you. So you have this cool scar. Now this glowing green scar that...
The uncountable worlds of our universe swirl in an endless abyss. Many worlds ravaged by time or conflict are swallowed by the abyss, returned to the nothingness from which they were formed. But others linger for eternity on the brink of annihilation.
Alien species.
That creation might be balanced with destruction. And in the final moment of battle, death was banished to one such world in the autumn of its life, yet not far from the edge of darkness. Had death been sent to his doom, that answer would be found in the Horseman's future and in his past.
So, yeah, I think they're
Be
setting
still,
this
Horseman.
up so that you're
wounded.
just not even on Earth at all for
Your
this whole
arrival
game.
here is a bad omen. Yes. It troubles me greatly.
This looks like Warhammer
Old one.
40k.
There's more trouble ahead.
Well, you
if
know what?
don't
It
start
really
making sense.
sounds more just
Where
like
is the
World of
tree of
Warcraft.
life?
Life. This world is dying, lad. Choking on chaos and corruption. We can do little to stop it. Soon, the
Giant
great tree
hands.
too shall perish, and with it, the last of my people. Is that not what brought you here, Pale Rider?
I seek the tree. Your chaos and corruption don't concern me.
So,
It seems that they do concern.
like when you lock onto an enemy, you now know what they are. Like, it's really, really strange here. This feels like it wasn't originally going to be a Darksiders game at all. The idea of moving away from Earth when there really should just be more levels on Earth. The idea of dealing with creatures that look like they are like corrupted golems. Oh my goodness, take this guy.
You fight well, but this corruption can't be beaten with a
Like
blade.
dwarven people.
Seek out the Forged Sister. Ask her about the fire of the mountain. Help her, and she will help you reach the tree.
As for me, I must return to my work.
So, here's something different that I don't believe was in the first game. Conversations and RPG elements.
And who are you to command a rider?
I am a maker, older than even the Charred Council. These hands have laid the foundations for many worlds. But that was long ago, and now they but hardly know the touch of stone.
And we had a guy kind of like this in the first game that helped us get some upgrades, and he was certainly different as a character and seemed like he was unique, but he didn't play a major role.
Are you not curious as to why I seek the tree?
I would not presume to question one of the four, but yes, tell me.
I must restore humanity to redeem war.
Heaven and hell battle upon the shattered earth. All creation trembles, and at the center of it all stands your brother.
He is innocent.
I never said he wasn't. The tree holds power over life and death. If you would resurrect humanity, then you are headed in the right direction. Be warned. A dark presence dwells now within the tree, and the path is barred by corruption.
So...
Death. Bad omen. Yet our best hope.
we just leveled up. We've obtained a skill point. Now, I believe there was a crash when you talk to a character named the Archon if you level up. I'm not sure that's the character or not. Let's see, teleporting slash or ghouls. I think what we're gonna just go with is the Harbinger abilities and see if we can, like, nothing seems like it actually gives us any more skill points at all, so we'll just play with what we've got and see how well that works for us. You have purchased a skill, press down to access the Rydo skill and assign it to an action button. Okay. So what action button? Left bump and I guess A for the moment. This is our 4 heals. This is our wrath potions, which we haven't done yet. Seems like we're gonna have 5 weapons down at the bottom, but it won't be weapons, will it? It will be something else. It might be unique weapons or some element like that. It's possible that Dust as a character is landing in places where you might want to search. But it also seems like you just get the map whenever you need it, so unless there are some hidden elements that are going to actually be hidden, the game seems to more imply that you're just going to know where everything is to collect. So we've got a slight speed up, but then with a slowdown at the end, which is very typical in games. Like if you're trying to just get from point A to point B, doing this has a penalty at the end of them not letting you walk forward. You can't do this and then continue to walk forward. There's a half second to a second break there. Suppose if I really want to move, we can look at context sensitive things on the map. I still don't know what the Reaper gauge is or how that works. We can look at this map, I suppose. This is called the Tri-Stone. And now we've been playing for about 35 minutes, and it took us about 30 minutes to get to the point where we could talk. Seems like all the menus just disappear, but the left bump will bring them back if you want to check them. It could have been that this game is the leftover elements. Certainly looks like there should be something over there, but maybe not. This could have been the leftover lands and areas that didn't quite make sense for War's story. And I believe this is your home base for the entire game. If I'm recalling correctly. It's been a long time since I played this game, and it certainly did not leave anywhere as big of an impression as the first game did. But yeah, I'm fairly certain you just... Let's see, you can't open this yet. You come back here to upgrade things, to purchase things, to continue on your journey. The way it seems, I think it works, is there's a couple other areas. There are items in here, which is kind of rare, but I'm not going to get experience by being on the wood thing. Yeah, you get to an area, I think, just outside the door of this area, and there's a map that's a big open map, open grass area, and there's kind of a path to the left, a path to the right, and a path, I believe, straight out, and it branches that way, and then there's some other branches. Let's talk to this guy.
The Reaper. It's about time you came. The Makers are dying, and our realm. We few are all that remain.
A warrior's life is never easy, old one.
Aye, not easy, but simple. I always saw my end with blade in hand, a field of enemy dead before me.
And what glorious end awaits you hiding behind these gates?
You cannot fight corruption, nor can you harm it. You can only kill those it has claimed. Every blow I strike against corruption is a blow against my own people. Muse on that, Ryder, before you mark me as a coward.
Let's see. Let's have this blue conversation, which looks like it's unique.
I can end your troubles, Maker.
Well, you're welcome to try. This blade is more ancient than you, Ryder, and taller to boot.
I will break it, and you, down to size.
So, this is... It sounds like it's the same voice actor as the character in the first game. So, there's what you can really see right now is way too much, like, way too much of elements on screen. Maybe we could get into the menu and turn some of that down. There is definitely an issue here of what...
No Horseman match for me.
Apparently I lost. Apparently training is different. So this is free, so it's probably DLC.
You might want to stretch before you try that one.
And that seems like all we can afford right now. At least for those types of abilities. Much like the first game where there was just a ton of abilities that you didn't ever really feel like you needed to purchase. Let's see, Harvest or Revenge. Thane showed you a new move, Harvest or Revenge. Help you in a journey. You can purchase additional selecting the train option. Use Harvest or Revenge by pressing right bump, forward, evade, and X. Alright, so it would be something like this. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just way too much options on as far as scaled up things. Minimap rotate is the only thing you can do. Like, at least that bug's fixed, however. At least we don't crash the game or get locked into something we can't see. Now, War had a gun. Right now, we don't have a gun. And our B button is just doing nothing. The gun basically was made by the same people that are... so we've got a lady wizard here. On this side, and over here is a storefront. And if we look at the map, who are we actually supposed to talk to? The primary quest is the character on the other side. What is this? A serpent tome. Don't know what that is. So this is talismans and consumables. This is the trainer of basic moves. There's nobody over here. And this is armor and weapons. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a gun very quickly. Although, we may not get a gun at all, and we may end up just having to sell things to get gold to upgrade things. Because I'm not seeing any kind of long-range weapon. And I know eventually we'll unlock something like a boomerang type weapon or something like that. It seems almost guaranteed that we would have some element of that happen. So we've almost played 40 minutes after all of that is said and done. But it's already been another 30 minutes of playtime for this recording. So that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below in the description. And if you want to support me, gift me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.